with NBA champion Kendrick Perkins. What's up, Perk? I'm surprised you're not in Vegas already for this fight, Perk. I know you're a big boxing fan. We start in Cleveland, Perk, where Steph Curry and the Warriors outscored the Cavs 36-8 in the final frame, and Steph scored half his 40 points in the fourth. Perk, what's your biggest takeaway from that dominant quarter?
It's the level, right? It's different levels to this, Max. You look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were up 13 going into the fourth. The Golden State Warriors held them to 8 points. 8 points. That just goes to show me that they have another level that everybody is not on right now. Golden State defense is incredible.
By the way, Steph Curry out tonight against Detroit. Kevin Durant will miss tonight's game against the Magic with a right shoulder sprain. Perk, what should we expect to see with just James Harden out there tonight?
You know, the last time that James Harden didn't have KD and Kyrie Irving, he went off like the best player in the league. I expect him to elevate his game to the Houston Rockets days of James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden last year was, when he was just by himself, maybe the best player in the regular season, game for game in the NBA. Finally, there's a chance, speaking of best player in the NBA, we see LeBron James back in action tonight for the Lakers when they take on Jason Tatum and the Celtics in Boston. LA is 3-5 without King James, who's been dealing with an abdominal strain. All right, Perk, if LeBron is out tonight, what are you keeping your eye on?
The point guard matchup, Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook. Dennis Schroeder has been playing at an all-time high. Russell Westbrook has to elevate his game and play better, Max. He's been horrible. But look, I don't see LeBron James not playing tonight. One thing we know, he loves playing in the Garden. But Russell Westbrook has to be in attack mode. He has to cut down on those turnovers, and he has to take those open three-pointers with confidence. But I tell you what, since Dennis Schroeder has been inserted into the starting lineup of the absence of Jaylen Brown, he has risen his game to an all-star level, Max.
Hey, Perk, every year, Westbrook 4 years in a row playing with new teammates, new team. First half, we're always like, what happened to Westbrook? Second half, we always...
Out of highlights. So, Perk, should we, let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yeah, wake up, Perk.
So, Steph Curry and the Warriors, they trailed the Cavaliers by 13 at the start of the fourth, Richard, but they have Steph Curry.
Yeah, and I was watching this game, and when you watch the way that the Warriors just continue to put that pressure on you, we're not even talking about just on the defensive end, but when you have the ultimate offensive weapon in Steph Curry, and look, jumping the gaps, doing all these little things, you're making tons of mistakes.
And take a look at the bottom right of your screen there. That's my bottom right. I guess it's the bottom left. Anyways, the Curry counter, 6 points, Cavaliers still have 0. And it's back up. Yeah. 9 points down to 0.
Yo, it's absolutely ridiculous. You see JB Bickerstaff doing all this. One of the things I want to say, this is a very good Cleveland team. They're missing 2 of their best players, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and they were missed tonight because Steph Curry was running rampant all over, inside, outside. It was impressive.
Well, and check out the counter now. 13 points for Steph Curry, 5 for the Cavaliers in the quarter, and it continues to go up. When Draymond Green is passing like that and you have a guy who can finish, as we talked about, his finishing in the paint, when you have the space that he can create, is incredible.
Well, and that's the problem. When you don't have your big men that protect the paint, then you try and stop him from getting outside and trying to get threes. Then he starts getting layups. Once he starts making layups, then he gets out there to the three.
Well, and remember, what's insane about this is this was someone who appeared on the injury report before the game. Here's Steve Kerr afterwards.
Nothing surprises me anymore, and yet I'm amazed.
If that guy's shooting, you feel much better. Curry, another 3. Just find him. Give him the ball.
It's still incredible to watch, but you sort of expect it. Maybe that's what greatness is about. He's a special player, special person.
Tonight he was incredible. The way he took the game over there in that fourth quarter. And that's why he is who he is. That's why he's the MVP of this league. That's why he's been the face of this franchise for a year and has led us to so much success.
I use this comparison maybe last year, but it's like you get into a street fight and you got Mike Tyson on your side. Like, of course, you're going to have all the confidence in the world because you know Mike Tyson is knocking people out. If you got number 30 on your team, any team, I think you're competitive. You got the best basketball player in the world.
So Juan Toscano Anderson calls Steph the best basketball player in the world, but he's his teammate, so he's sort of like, that's the contractual obligation to have to sort of say that a little bit. What do you think, Perk?
I can't argue with him. Steph Curry is the best basketball player in the world. I mean, look, at the point guard position, the way that he's dominating. I'm not just talking about scoring. We're talking about a career high right now in rebounds, so he's getting it in the trenches. But when I look at the game last night, it's levels to championship teams, right? And the point that they could turn it on in the fourth quarter after, like, Cleveland had the game in their hands is crazy to me. Like, holding the team to 8 points, an NBA team to 8 points in a quarter, is just like, you know what? Like, at any given time, we'll let y'all think that y'all winning, but we'll just turn up all the way up.
All the way up.
Yeah, you were fired up on the text chain last night, Perk, about
I
that
think my
8
phone is
points.
still vibrating.
You were about that 8 points. Look, is Steph the best player in the NBA? Maybe. I think it says something about how great these dudes are that tomorrow night we might say, well, is Kevin Durant the best player in the NBA? And then, well, maybe it's Giannis, maybe it's Jokic, who we never talk about it enough. It's like, is he the best? Maybe he's been the best this year, but he's just, I'll tell you what he is. He's the most unique. He is unique, period. There has never been anybody like him, and there probably never will be anybody like him.
Yeah, and so I was a little disappointed because Cleveland has been one of the surprise teams this year. So to not see Evan Mobley, to not see Jared Allen, and you could see their presence was missed, but Steph Curry is ridiculous. One of the things that I like about our league is that you can see matchups. You saw that Giannis was looking at AD. You can see that Steph wanted to go at KD. So these guys, as much as they sound like they're boys, they're all competing to be the best player in the world. So even though they're friends, they still want to kill it. And right now, no one is playing better basketball than Steph on this planet at all.
And that's something that not everybody thought